that below the checkout, right?
Sure, that sounds like a great place. Also, I'm going to get rid of this alert thing. All right, so what are we doing, y'all?
Presumably you're in a new action type.
Okay.
Where are the action types?
Constants.
Of course.
Okay. Got our action type. What next? Actions index. Sorry.
Are you going to move slower for me?
Oh, sure, sure.
So I edited the constants, I added that, but then you opened a different file and
So I went to actions index. Is that the right one? Should we go somewhere else? I mean, this is the interactive part of the thing. So like, we can solve this together if anybody wants to solve it together.
Okay. Where do we define what that action does when it's dispatched?
So I would say like probably after your constants here, I would go to action/index there and define your action creator and say like dispatch the types dot reset products and kind of just carve a cold from the rest of the stuff. But yeah, and then like after that, I'd probably do what he's saying and like then define how to change the state tree based on that. So,
Okay. So same get products. I mean, it's basically like get all products, yeah.
I don't think
Except
we need to do an API request for this, right?
Do we have the state of all the products somewhere?
I think all you would need to do is just send the message by itself. I don't think you need to payload at all, right?
Okay.
Just to say to store like reset all the products. Although I mean,
Yeah, because you're trying to reset products in the cart, right? Not like
Here in
on
the
the
cart,
server.
right.
Yeah, like, yeah.
Oh,
Oh wait.
that's not what I thought actually, but we can do that instead.
Do we want to remove stuff out of the cart and reset the products at the same time, or do we just want to do one thing? Or
Let's
what?
just do one thing, and I like what you said over here, which seems.
The new goal? What was the original?
We're not talking about it, okay? So we're just resetting the products, huh? Okay,
Clearing your cart.
sure. Let's give it a better name. How about that? Does that seem like a thing we should do?
Just name it after you do it.
How about clear cart? Okay. So what are we doing here?
yeah, just dispatch an object, an object literal. Yeah. Type stuff.
What did I call it?
Clear card.
Cool. Any payload there?
I don't think you need so.
Okay. All right. Are we all same page or behind, forward? Say again?
So far, so good.
Okay. How are you doing?
I don't really know what's happening.
Okay.
I can memorize my days of first course in programming. I will sort it out. That's
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Let's take it a little slower. So we're gonna add a button that when you click on it, it clears out the cart. Okay? So we're gonna use Redux to do this. And the way that Redux works is you describe the actions you want to take, and then you evaluate those actions later. So the first thing that we do is create a new action that we want to take, which is clear cart. Is that good? Not good? Okay. And then we have to hook into our dispatch system. We just want to dispatch that
so
action.
you just want to request that this action is done somehow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good?
Yeah.
Okay. So now what do we need to do?
We need to receive that. Right? Actually take an action.
Yeah.
Go to reducers / cart.
Okay. Does that make sense?
The reducer will be the thing getting the message and sort of changing the state.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, reducer the function of messaging state, just updates the state.
Cool. So what do we do here? Right now we're checking for checkout requests. We give back the initial state. Checkout failure, we give the cart. Excuse me. So we need to handle that new case, yeah? Does that make sense? And then what do we do in this case here?
Could you just return initial state? Is that?
I think so. Yeah, that's what
Seem good? This area's kind of quiet. How are we doing? Good? Are we going too slow? No?
No, just
Awesome, awesome. Okay, we got that, we got that. What are we missing? Okay. We need a button in the cart, no. In the cart, yeah? Ooh. Okay, what does this button do? Probably gonna need an on click, yeah?
On clear, cart, click, whatever. Which we need to pass into the function.
Okay. So you say we'd have an on clear cart? Clicked. Okay. And we need that to come in through here. On click. On what? Clear cart. Clicked. Cool. And then we're gonna have to throw that down through the cart, yeah? I'm sorry? Say again? No, just clearing out the cart.
So you take things from the cart and you throw them in the cart.
Yeah, and then they're just in the ether. We don't have them anymore. Should we do that? Yeah, exactly. So who calls the cart? That's in the, yep. And then we need,
What was that file?
the file is containers, cart container. Good? All right, so, whoops. Oof. Let me deal with that later. What did we call it? On
clear card.
cool. And then what are we doing here?
Don't you need reset function from the input to the card?
Yeah. Wait, I'm sorry, say it again.
A reset or clear or something.
Yeah. Did we define that already in the actions? This one here? Yeah? Okay. So let's pull that in. Let's also rename it. I mean, you don't have to rename it, but whatever. Clear cart.
You don't actually want to call that directly. You want to go down to the bottom of the file, and you're going to want to, pass it in there. That second parameter is an object that maps actions, maps dispatch onto each action created. So that's what you want to call, because it will dispatch it automatically for you.
Okay.
So then you'll have to pass that in as a prop to your component on line 5 or 5 above.
And I gotta wrap it. And I gotta quantify it.
And then here, yeah?
Yep.
So you have a,
Oh, no, you need to pass it as a callback.
I'm sorry?
you have a typo in your arguments destructuring. Should be a capital C and cart.
Cool, thank you.
What's the difference there? What did we do? Why didn't we just throw it over to your code? Why did it pass through a whole bunch of
So if you could you go back to actions?
But so you don't need to send products to play. You don't.
No.
Yeah, we don't need to pass it in, but
And by the way, just for saying, but that's the reason Mobix came because as you can see, this is highly not modular or composable because you like need to change like 6-7 places just in order to do something simple like that. Now imagine that I'm telling you, hey man, I want that card component. Could you please bring it to me? So you can't just bring me some kind of module and that's it, plug and play. You need to bring me the actions. You need to bring me the reducers. You need to bring so many stuff, so many moving parts just for me to make it work. That's a problem, which I hope Halogen solves. There are other solutions, but I would like to see because this is not good in my opinion. Oh, again, my opinion.
Given this React Redux thingy, I just wonder, I'm not a JavaScript developer by the way, so it's a disclaimer there. I'm a mostly back-end programmer. I mean, how could this become popular at all? It's like totally terrible.
I'm also really scared. It's supposed to be better.
It's terrible and
Oh,
the
yeah.
application grows.
It is.
For example,
What's up?
one of the
Said it
applications
is
we have
better.
the client,
Yeah,
the application
yeah.
grows.
Yeah.
Everything is called index.js. And it's
Can I answer that?
impossible to find anything.
Well,
I mean,
like the short answer is that like in a toy example like this, it's not, right? It's really complex, but like when you have 100,000 lines of JavaScript, it's that's the wrong word. It's infinitely better, right? So
Because you have a single place that you know whenever you're changing state, where and how it changes, and all of those, especially if you're, at least if you're doing it right, are pure functions that change the state. And so you can look and see what actions have gone through my system and where did they, like if something's buggy, you can identify very quickly. You're not worried about how did I get into this.
I see the idea, right? And that's kind of why stuff like Elm and like obviously PureScript kind of makes sense. But the implementation
There's a lot of wiring.
is just so terrible.
Correct.
I mean, and you can't,
Yeah.
as you
The
say, you can't take
implementation
a component.
of Redux is trying to get really good functional ideas inside, but as you can see, it's not that easy. It's basically Flux trying to be better, but the idea behind Flux, having actions, as you said, that you can see whatever happens in your application, whatever changes your application is good. This implementation is very verbose, but there are other implementations. Mobix actually is ultra simple for that. But
It's like a logarithmic complexity, like it's complex for something like this, but yes, like everything's called index.js and whatnot, but like the sanity it brings of like having the argument is that all of this song and dance is worth it. That when you have an enormous application, that you have set yourself up well because you've done things in a really structured way. That's the argument for it. I mean, sure, is it complex? Sure, but like, the idea is that like you're trying to set yourself up well.
You have to look at it in the context of what came right before it.
Exactly.
Right.
Which,
But,
it's
like,
not perfect, but it's a lot. Where
So-
we came from.
just to be clear, I don't think anybody disagrees with you. This is way complex, right? And you're completely valid, right? But like, I think what we're trying to say, we're trying to answer your question by saying that like, it's worse in other places. so this is better.
Yeah, I was still interested in answering that question.
Yes, exactly.
Why are we, is there some sort of implicit parameter there or something? It just seems like a call of clear card. No,
Oh, like why not just pass in?
why not just close over it? Yeah, why is it passed in?
So yeah, down at the bottom, that the second parameter to the connect function is called map dispatch to props, and what that does is it binds dispatch. It basically binds your functions that it dispatches automatically when you call it. Otherwise, you need to pass in dispatch into your component, and then when he calls on reset or on clear card or whatever, you would need to say, create a lambda and then say dispatch clear card instead of just calling clear card.
Okay, so it's essentially linking that dispatch function that's passed in with the thing I'm trying to send.
Exactly.
and there's also, by the way, map state props, which no one asked about. I guess a lot of people know, which again, another annoying thing that you need to take that big state and need to match it to the components, to the structure of what the components get. You have this as well, so yeah, it's easy.
So I got a button that I click on and it does nothing so far. But I'm probably missing one of those like above 10 pieces. There.
Sure. I don't think we're done yet. Are we done?
It
It does?
Yeah, I think that was it. It worked. It just kind of say what it was.
Okay. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you put clear card down here?
You had a question as well,
Did I?
or a statement? No?
I think it was just about
Was it you?
stuff.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So, yeah, I understand, right? So I want to be more functional, more like pure functions.
Uh-huh.
So if you're using like Redux, where you have these actions, you're mapping them, you're making data manipulations and then passing to reducers and everything. Where do you do things that are like not related to your data store? So data store is, I get how you manipulate those and how those are all updated, but what if you're doing something like that's more broad, not part of your store, like your application state, like your browser state, Windows state? Like we did an alert earlier. Where would be the best place to throw that so that because technically you are mutating your app state, so it's not pure. It might be pure, you're not manipulating data. Where would that go in like a Redux application? Because I don't think of a good way to do it. It's almost like it's not asynchronous, but it's still modifying state.
Yeah. I'm sorry?
You can't tell them the right answer.
You're using autocomplete, right? Yeah.
So that's an excellent question.
And local storage, that's another thing. That's application state in a way. It's not really part of your application.
So maybe there's already a pattern for that somewhere, but I'm not really familiar with it. My immediate suggestion would be that like anytime you have a problem where you're doing something impure and you want to make it pure, is to just do the pure thing and then later on do the impure thing. Let somebody else worry about that and like push that as far as possible, right? So keep pushing pure until like the only thing you can do is say alert, right? So I don't know a specific answer to your question, but more of a general pattern, which is that like, so we had the alert inside of the thing there, right? But if we, yikes.
So I looked at like we had a checkout success option there, like an action. So I would have thought you put your alert that's linked to that somehow.
Yeah.
Some kind of like chaining of the dispatch or some kind of. But I wouldn't see. Is it valid to dispatch multiple action types within one?
I think it's more a philosophical question that I don't really have an answer for.
That seems. Okay.
I'm sorry, man.
That's why I'm kind of intrigued by Helm, because it seems like it answers a lot of those questions.
Yeah.
Hi.
Are you new?
Yes.
Great. So we did a little bit of JS review, a little bit of React review, and now we're on Redux.
Perfect.
Are you
Perfect. I know those other things. I don't know
great?
Redux.
Great. Oh. That's fine. But no, that's fine.
Let's review.
Yeah, yeah.
That's fine. Whatever.
Okay. So let's see. How can I get you up to speed real quick? So we're using this library here.
Okay.
So if you can clone that
Okay.
and like install the dependencies and get going with that. It's a lot of dependencies also. So I think it took other people like 10-15 minutes to get that.
Okay.
So
It's okay. I'll follow.
all right. So some people say it works, some people say it doesn't work. Where are we? No? Yes?
Eventually it works. Eventually. For a lot of.
It works for him, so.
Works on my machine. Shipping.
Follow
what is that?
literally the changes?
Oh, that's actually the
Right.
phrase you should get you a.
Good.
What's your my machine? This is like yours. Like, yeah.
What did I do wrong
The
here?
quantity to forget to import
Imported.
Oh yeah, that might help.
Oh well, of course, it worked after making the compiler or whatever just happened.
So we put some stuff in there, clear it out, and then we can't buy anymore, and that's it. That's life, right? Off in the ether.
Yeah, the trouble is I can't tell. You have to reset the quantity as well.
Reset inventory.
Okay.
Don't point it at
That's okay. Look, let me pull off the covers real quick. I don't know either. Have you figured that out yet?
I like.
You're refreshing the browser.
Okay, so do we want to do that? Do you want to do that, or want to move on and do another Reduxy thing? Either way is fine.
That's a lot of, it's a lot of tedious wiring crap up, and I think we all know basically how it works. I hope so. Do we all kind of know how this works now? Okay, good. No? Okay, well, let's do it then.
So how much of this do we need to understand?
Well,
Okay.
I think for the stuff that we're doing,
Okay.
uh,
Why? Oh,
Not just what.
It's more Reacty things you need to understand. So I probably should have spent more time explaining
yeah, so I
that.
think the big thing is that connect call. I mean, I've never done this. That connect call wires
But-
up. It's basically your message.
I mean, we'll get to that
wires
later.
up your message
Yeah.
bus.
But
And then you
it's
just
not
message
really that
messages
important, I guess.
From your view, blah 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 blah, some callback, and then
I'm sure I won't be able to reproduce.
at some point you're storing you get that reducer that says, okay, I got this message, I got my state. How do I update my state based on this message? You do a case analysis of the message, incoming message, and then VDOM magic, right? That's like that's my.
Do you want to do another? We can do another. Okay. All right. So, like another complete example, or making the products go back? No. This is y'all's.
Do something that updates the state also instead of just putting a product, so that you have to pass in more than a dispatch.
Like that? Buying the rest of the product's inventory?
Yeah.
By all.
All right. So where do we go?
What does it do? What the task?
Oh yeah, sorry. We're gonna add a button that you click it on like the. Yep. A little button right here. Buy all, and it puts everything into the cart. Does that make sense? All right. What's our first step?
Action constant. By the way, there's something that's called key mirror that prevents this atrocity that you need to do like everything. And actually, Facebook uses that on their Flux example. So I don't know why they don't do this here. Instead of you need to write everything. And by the way, you could have a mistake here, which happened to me here, which is great. So
It's all about strings. That's all.
What did you call it?
it's called key mirror. It's really easy. Like you write all your constant and it does it automatically for you. Like doing const x equals to null, and then it has its key mirror. It's easy.
Sounds pretty cool. Okay. Constant by all. Where do we go now? Okay.
Product item?
Yes, product.js is not
I would actually claim that maybe the right order is to go to actions, not
Okay.
to that, because like the phase, like maybe that will help someone here. Like the flow is you're picking out a new action because you're now changing the state. The beginning is pick an action, write a constant to it, write the action itself, okay, with the data that you want to change. Then go to the reducer that needs to accept that action. Do the function that changes the state, like do the actual change of the state, connect it, go to the component, write it down, and you're done. Hopefully.
Cool.
This is like the flow.
What was the first one?
Because that's the way you change the state. That's the only way to change the state, by the action.
Okay. So what action do we do here? And what does by all do?
Buy us all this stuff.
Well, we don't determine it here, right? We don't determine what it does. We just need to send a message that says, yes, we do intend to buy all.
So just give it a dispatch?
Yeah, it's a dispatch.
Okay.
Buy all checked out as well, or it just adds it?
It just adds it to the cart.
If we just go down to the add to cart action, we could just more or less copy that.
It's so much easier.
That sounds good to me.
Just
Buy
add
something and you clear card, it still does still. There's no way to keep track of like checked out, like
Okay.
what essentially remains.
So what do we need to modify here?
Yeah, it's not designed. It's not designed to handle this case.
You don't need a product ID.
I guess we
Oh, I
add
guess you do.
to
Just
card.
change if to while.
That's awesome, and it would work, right? Yeah? No. Yeah. What do we? I mean, I think it's brilliant. What?
That's called reusability.
Okay.
Compose an assignment.
By all. What's next?
Wait,
One of them changes.
if we do that implementation, we don't need a new text anymore, right?
That's right.
How's that?
I mean, that new constant by all, right? Because that's just going to send the add to cart constant.
You know, you do want a new concept because, like, if you think about them as messages, like, you want, they're unique messages, right? So you want to, like, react to only a certain kind of message.
I
And
get
so, like,
So one message coming in,
I think
there are many other messages.
I think what Michael was saying is that you could just reuse this if you did a while and just send, okay, yeah, buy it again, or add it again, add it again, add it again. Until it's
That
gone.
function add to cart unsafe is using the add to cart.
So do you guys not want to use the while? We can just grab how many is in the inventory and dispatch that many.
Yeah, that would probably be.
Okay.
Doesn't the state know?
Yeah, the state already knows.
The
how many
state
are there.
knows how many.
Okay. Should we change the arguments to this and do it a different way?
I mean, I don't know. I would just dispatch a by all and let the folds do it. I mean, just
Do it in the reducer.
yeah.
Okay. So what? What do we do here then?
I would just buy all the product. I mean, I would just dispatch the product ID.
With like a different function here?
The reason I would add to cart more than one product, that's what I'm looking for here.
Oh,
Because
do
if
you
not,
add-
we're stuck.
Or
We
do
need
you
to add
the
it one
buttons
by
for
one.
each product?
Yeah, I mean, if we had like a way to add all the products, or more than one product in one time, it would be great.
Yeah, I would have probably just
We need a
made
helper.
what's
We need a helper.
add to cart unsafe, but just the type would be add all to cart, right? Or
Yeah.
all to cart unsafe.
Sounds good to me. Okay. Are we satisfied with this implementation? That's my reaction as well.
We're doing one button for each product category. That's right.
Okay. So then what do we got next?
We're going to change the name of our message.
Say again?
We're going to change the name of our message type. I guess it doesn't matter.
It's going to send the
By all.
message that you want to buy
Okay.
that product.
Right.
Yeah, we have one button per product.
So reducer time? Not reducer time? Reducer time. All right. Excuse me. So which one of these things we put it in? Products by ID?
Probably buy
Visible? That's an actual question, by the way. I don't really know.
Looks like we need so first we have to update, add the new action in the import.
Yes, that's what happened last time, right?
Yeah, we're just touching one message.
Oh God.
I don't really know why we have these unsafe publications. It's also just our context here.
I agree, Michael.
Is it just an indication that it's a side effect?
So, at the products, yeah? No, you're all right. I agree with you completely. So what do we do here? We know how many inventories in the state. So we should be able to put in the inventory as just the entire inventory in the state, yeah?
I think here we're just updating our inventory because the
to be 0?
above just decrements the inventory by 1. So here we should just send it to 0.
Okay. Does that make sense?
So we're setting the inventory to 0, but are we trying to add it to a cart or just like
I think that happens.
Yeah, there's 2 separate reducers.
Yeah. So which is gonna happen first? Because
Where's the other one?
I think it might be the cart.
I mean,
Yeah, it's in the cart reducer.
Good, yeah. What's happening here? Do that. Cool.
As long as you do it, so you can supply all of this thing. I said, okay.
So added IDs, quantity by ID.
So I think we're gonna have to update our action to include the amount, the inventory amount, because by the time we get here,
We don't know how many there are.
We might have already cleared it to 0. I don't know like which reducer is going to fire first.
Do we need to add another parameter to the message that's
think
the current inventory at the time of the message sent?
I
Yeah.
think so.
And we do that in that action?
Action, yeah.
So what's a good name for that? Count? Maybe? Inventory? Great. And we can do this joint here, right? Does that make sense? Grab the number that's in the inventory.
Where'd you find that?
Right here, 37. Is that cool? Does that make sense? Yes.
Isn't in scope there.
I'm sorry?
Get state isn't in scope there.
What is get? Oh, right.
Do we?
8 lines up.
You know what?
I got past it.
Yeah, that's not.
That's not the right one. Let's just do this. Inventory, right? And then, whoop. Is that, yeah?
should these be pulling state to dispatch? I mean, should that not be something that comes from the application? Like, I mean, in these actions, do we typically pull, like inventory, we're pulling state from the get state, right? But we're relying on whatever, we're passing product ID in. Do we not just let the kind of wherever it came from, send them the current count, whatever the state is, or we just pull it from kind of off as we see fit?
I think that's part of how this was designed, was the way that is forced on our hand here. But I feel like you could do it the way that you're suggesting as well, right? It would need changes to like the different states or whatever. Does that make sense? I don't know if I answered your question.
No, it's fine. It's okay.
It's clunky the way this is done, but it's more of the design of the store than it has to do with the current map.
Okay.
Because once you're in the reducer, you only have access to that slice of the state. You can't reach into products from the cart state and find out what the inventory is. So you have to do it prior to creating the support design. But I mean, that's just ugly. It's not the best way.
Yeah.
By the way, just like ES6 remark, probably the reason inventory product ID works, it's actually equals to inventory colon inventory. Because I don't remember the name of that, but if it's the name of the key and value the same, you can just put it like that.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name of that trick. How do you call it?
Shortening the properties.
Cool. Are we good to reduce now? So what are we adding it? We're adding it to added IDs and also to quantity by ID. Does that make sense? All right.
Why do you add it to added IDs?
So I don't know exactly why, but I think what happens with this added IDs is that puts it into the cart so that it displays it on the page. I'm sorry, I didn't see who asked it. Okay.
So again,
I think that the way that this works is it has a list of all the IDs that are in the cart, and then it makes the view from that. I think. So when we
need to register every ID that we add.
Yes, exactly. Does that make more sense? Okay.
It would be the same logic, wouldn't it?
Say again?
It would be the same logic as add cart.
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, let's be lazy. Can we do that?
Yeah.
Is that too lazy?
That's true.
Am I upsetting your view of me? Okay, so for this one, we need to do something a little bit different, right?
We got pretty much the same thing, so replace the one with action inventory, I think.
Yeah, yeah. Does that make sense? So for adding one to the cart, for when you do add to cart, we only want to increment it by one, whatever that previous value was. When we're buying all of them, we want to add all of the ones that are left in the inventory.
You don't add them to the existing amount. The amount you're getting is the full amount already. Is that correct?
No, I think the inventory changes each time that you click it. Right. So if there were 3, you click the add to cart button.
There's already stuff in
Yeah. Seem good? Seem bad? Okay. And what's left? Okay. So for each product item or each product? Let's say it's that one. Oh boy. Can we do that? And then we still want to know if it's disabled and whether it's sold out. We probably want to change this text here. And then we're going to need on by all clicked to come down into our thing. So far so good? Not good? Say again? Okay. Whereabouts are you? In quantity by ID or in added IDs? Okay. So in the quantity, we want to do basically the same thing that's on add to cart, but instead of incrementing it just by 1, we want to increment it by however many were given to us in the action. Does that make sense? Okay.
Can you compile these? Because I'm getting a duplicate for the constant product I use.
Oh.
Yeah, I got that as well. I just moved it up so they're shared. I don't know why. Cases and a switch statement don't have their own scope.
Oh, correct. You have to wrap them in curly to keep them as the scope.
Oh, really?
Yep. This is courtesy of this inheritance of C-based language.
That's an interesting situation.
Yep, that's true. C, C++, Java, C#.
Okay. Does that work now? Cool. Are we good on the reducers?
I've got it. I'm just trying to understand what it means still.
Okay.
What's the left-hand side of it? What's the product ID brackets mean there?
Sure. So this is, oh, so we're going to take it?
I was just going to say it's a calculated property. Sorry.
The computer property name, it uses the name inside of the square bracket, well, the expression inside of the square brackets is evaluated, and if it's a string or a symbol, that uses a property name.
So in this case, product ID could be like 3, the number 3.
Right, okay.
And then it would make an object with the key 3, and the value is this nonsense to the right.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. How about view? We good here? Silence good? I'm going to assume silence is good and try to finish this in like a couple minutes. Product item is called at product list, right? So that needs to pass down on by all clicked. No, that's not. Where do we call product item? In products container? Cool. So we need by all from actions, and similar here, connect it, and then it gets passed into here. And we do effectively this. Oops. Except add to cart becomes by all clicked. Product ID goes down. Good. Don't hear a lot of responses. Okay.
Cool.
I see some nods. That seems all right. Did I do something wrong here? What's this? Why does this look like that? It looks fine. What did I mess up? Nothing, I guess. Cool. Is that it? Are we done? Can we click this button and it works? Okay. Let's buy all the things. Cool. Oh, guess that's all. Buy 2, get 10. Does it seem all right? All right. Are we done with Redux? Yep. All right. I think we're just in time for a break for lunch, huh?
Yeah. What's the plan after?
The plan after is to go over some PureScript. And, well, I'm like, where's everybody with PureScript? Are we wizards, not wizards, nothing at all?
Nothing at all.
Great. Okay. Is that everybody?
I'm coming from a Haskell background.
Okay. That's going to be tough, I'll be honest with you.
I'm coming from a JavaScript background. It's even tougher.
I think that's easier.
It's easy.
Because, like, a lot of stuff seems the same, but it's not. And not really a lot of stuff, but, like, data types seem like they should be. Like, a record data type in Haskell is not the same as a record data type in PureScript. And it's like, it always trips me up. Maybe you'll be fine. Maybe I'm just the idiot. But
The page in the wiki where it shows differences between Haskell and PureScript really helps.
yeah.
One
I
page
did read over that.
Okay. So we'll have some fun. We'll figure something out. And then after a brief pure scripting thing, we'll start doing Halogen and see how far we get.